Tonight on Love Live at 6, United Democratic Party held protest march and rally in Belize City, calling for better accountability and transparency. Public Service Union's president speaks on lengthy press release from his office. Activities continue in Miramar, Florida, leading up to the proclaimed Belize Day. Belize has assumed the pro tempore presidency of the Council of SECA. Stay tuned for these stories and more in tonight's newscast.
So it started off like any other summer day in Belize. I decided to go down to Builders Hardware since I hear they had 25% off on summer outdoor products. I got a couple of items, a chair, a grill, a cooler, and I got carried away, but the prices were so good. But anyways, I might have gotten comfortable, maybe too comfortable. Then I saw the news, man, the hurricane season was not playing with me. But thank God, Builders also had 25% off hurricane preparedness items as well. Flashlights, batteries, sealant, first aid kits, everything I need. And guess what? My grill survived.
Introducing GrowWatt, a global leader in distributed energy solutions, delivering innovative solar technology trusted around the world. Engineered for reliability, designed for sustainability, built to power every scenario, powering homes, empowering businesses, creating a smarter energy future for Belize. For residential hybrid systems that maximize energy independence, to homes across Belize benefiting from smarter, more efficient power management. GrowWatt off-grid solar storage solutions bring dependable electricity to locations beyond the traditional power grid, providing clean, reliable energy whenever and wherever it is needed. For businesses, GrowWatt delivers powerful commercial and industrial energy solutions that help reduce operating costs while improving energy security, including proven installations right here in Belize, helping businesses operate efficiently with dependable solar energy systems. As transportation evolves, GrowWatt EV charging solutions help power the future with clean energy. Need power on the move? GrowWatt portable solar power solutions provide flexible energy for construction sites, events, emergency applications, and temporary installations. GrowWatt delivers energy-smart solutions for a greener future. Distributed in Belize by Lano Supplies, 112 Ranchita Village, Corozal Town.
Easy, accessible, safe, yours. Digi Wallet, easy, accessible, safe, yours.
Look here, your kitchen light, Diana, you been in the kitchen.
Mama going back in there right now.
And the coffee maker,
Just to try to keep my coffee warm for later.
where do you know?
I'll try to think more to eat.
You know the more you open or close the fridge, it takes longer for the food cool.
Uh-huh.
For a hot day like today, it burns more energy. You to charge your phone right now?
No.
Plug it out then. You really only to wash 2 Lee socks and 1 Lee shirt? You don't know what small load burn the same amount of electricity as large loads?
But this is my favorite shirt.
You have to be more energy efficient. Use large loads. This AC they blow hard. You know, if you keep the temperature at 25 degrees Celsius or higher, you burn less energy and you also keep the place cool. And for a nice day like today, turn off the AC, open up the house, and make some fresh breeze come in.
You know what? I think I get it now. As consumers, we need to be more energy efficient and practice energy conservation.
Belize assumes the presidency pro tempore of the Central American Integration System, CICA. Over the next 6 months, Belize's presidency will focus on strengthening the region's integration agenda, with priority placed on cooperation in energy, climate change, migration, and security. A strong and effective regional integration is the foundation upon which a better future for all Central Americans must be built.
This no right. Garbage in the streets, creating dump sites, throwing the trash on the highway. We no fit do that. Only we could stop this. Each of we play an important part in protecting our beautiful country. This that we believe. Respect it, cherish it, love it.
Pelican is more than just brewed in Belize. It's made of Belize. And being made of Belize means being authentic, unique, and proud. This is what that looks like. Pelican, the beer of Belize. There are many stories to be shared about what it means to be made of Belize. Join Pelican in celebrating our Belizean heritage by sharing your unique story. A few of these stories will be selected to be produced into Pelican Made of Belize videos. Those chosen will receive Pelican beer for a year and will be invited to join us during production. Let's tell the stories of what it means to be made of Belize. Please send us a WhatsApp message at 630-6519 or email us at madeofbelize@skz.bz.
Good evening, Belize, and welcome to Love Live at 6 with your news for tonight. I am Tamar Jones. A protest march and rally led by leader of the opposition, Tracy Tager Panton, drew supporters to the streets of Belize City today as the United Democratic Party called for greater accountability and transparency under the theme, Stand for Belize. Supporters gathered this morning at the UDP headquarters before marching through the streets and making their way to Battlefield Park, where the main rally was held. Under the message, enough is enough, Belize deserves better. Participants voiced concerns about governance and called on the government to be more accountable to the Belizean people. The demonstration comes amid ongoing public discussions surrounding allegations involving the Ministry of National Defense, which are currently the subject of a government-ordered audit. Organizers said today's event was an opportunity for Belizeans to express their concerns and demand greater transparency from those in authority. Addressing supporters at the rally, opposition leader Tracy Tager Penton explained why she believes it was important to organize today's march and what message she hopes Belizeans take away from the event.
The parade is on fire and the stage will be on fire, and we will keep the fire going until the corrupt Briceño-led administration calls the elections, because it is time for him to go. I'm not completely surprised, because we have felt the pulse of the people, and people are frustrated, they're tired, they're suffering. Man, we need to create a space where Belizeans can come out and say, enough is enough. We have representation from the Western Caucus, from the Northern Caucus, from the Southern Caucus, and of course the Central Caucus and San Pedro.
Also participating in today's demonstration was UDP National Campaign Manager Julia Timbrell, sharing the party's concerns about corruption and why she believes accountability in public office remains an important issue for Belizeans.
Good governance. We have to do right by the Belizean people. They are tired of stealing. They are tired of politicians that are frauds. They are tired of politicians that give their family members contracts. They are sick and tired of being taken advantage of. We have buses on the road that are being held up, and I think it's I don't want to say it is on purpose. I think it's a regular checkpoint that that the police probably take precaution of when we have different events. So they are being held up on the road, and that is the reason we are holding up a little bit. I am not a politician on ballot. I am in politics, and I am informing the Belizean people. And they can say anything they want against me. It does not matter. I am not the problem. The problem is the Prime Minister and the People's United Party that continue to pressure the Belizean people and take advantage of them.
Today's march was the UDP's latest effort to bring its concerns to the public as the party continues to call for greater accountability and transparency from the government of Belize. In a lengthy press release issued yesterday, Public Service Union President Dean Flowers took a deep dive into several issues surrounding transparency, accountability, and the role of public institutions in upholding proper systems and procedures. The statement, titled "The Hypocrisy of Procurement Reform," raised concerns about what Flowers described as gaps between the laws that are in place and how they're being followed in practice. While the release touched on several areas, Flowers says the purpose behind his remarks was to encourage greater public awareness and to spark conversation about matters he believes deserves attention. Speaking with Love News Today, Flowers explains what prompted him to issue the statement and why he felt it was important to bring these concerns forward.
The post that I made yesterday on Facebook was as a result of just reflecting on how easy it is as a society that we tend to forget. And it was also to point out that as a society, we no longer read. And we seem to have forgotten that knowledge is power. And it is only if you're informed that you're able to make proper decision, one. And two, it is only if you're informed that you're able to educate others, that you're able to explain to others why, as a society, we are the way we are.
Flowers also spoke about the importance of having an informed public, saying that people must have the necessary information to better understand and participate in discussions surrounding national issues.
I'm not one that will make any apology to say that we really have to do better. We really have to get off this mindset that to reach young people, you have to use infographics, and you have to use cartoons, and you have to reach visuals. And there are those who will say, well, well, then I guess you'll never reach young people. And I will say, maybe, but at the end of the day, is it my place to reach young people, or is it you as parents who have a duty and a responsibility to say to your children that growing up, I'm a 70s baby, you should be well informed where the news is concerned. And in your spare time, reading should be your #1 hobby. That is what makes you well-spoken.
Flowers adds that meaningful discussions can only happen when citizens are aware of the issues affecting the country and are equipped with the information needed to hold institutions accountable. Among the issues highlighted in the President of PSU's statement, Flowers placed particular attention on the country's fiscal transparency framework and the role of the Financial Secretary in ensuring that information on government's financial position is made available to the public. During his interview with Love News, Flowers spoke about the regulations and why he believes it remains an important part of the conversation.
In essence, that regulations requires the Financial Secretary to say to the Belizean populace, this is our fiscal strategy in terms of how we intend to meet our recurrent expenditures and our different obligations. This is the strategy how we'll get there. It'll be a mix of investment, a mix of loans, taxes, and on the other side of the equation, these are the expenses that we're projecting. The mid-year report requires him to come back to us to say, based on the budget that we prepared in terms of how we would have raised money to run this economy, this is how we're performing. There were some shocks or some deviations in this area and that area. These are the reasons in great detail why we had to deviate.
There's also addressed concerns surrounding the availability of financial records, questioning whether the information required under the regulations has been provided as expected.
At the end of the year, he's supposed to come back to us and say, this is how we performed. And he's supposed to explain to us in great details, why did we take so much supplementals to the house? Why the hell did we borrow more than we projected to borrow? Why has our debt grown, and how will we repay that? These are the things that this regulation requires by law, that the Financial Secretary, in consultation with the Accountant General and the Auditor General, report to the Belizean people.
The President says the matter is one that deserves continued attention and discussion as he continues to call for greater awareness surrounding the systems that govern public finances. The Belize delegation, comprising of a team from the Immigration Department and from the Vital Statistics Unit, continues to supply the diaspora in Miramar, Florida with services. The city of Miramar, Florida has officially proclaimed that July 11 will be recognized as Belize Day in Miramar, recognizing the growing partnership between Miramar and Belize City under their sister city agreement. As the events continue, Love News' director, Renee Trujillo, sat down with Desiree Young to talk about the agenda for tomorrow's roundtable.
This is a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity for the Belizean community over here, and partnering with the city of Miramar to establish, economic mobility, building awareness of culture, syncing all what it means to have growth and integration of many different cultures. And with the delegation from Belize, we also have the Dean of the University of Belize Medical School, Dr. Johnson, as well as Dr. Renee Nunes will be here. And we have the CEO of KHMH, and we have the director, Dr. Swan, that's here as well. And so to ensure that they had a great opportunity and experience, we wanted them to get together with thought leaders. It was important that we put together a collaboration of different research institutions that focus on what it means to have quality curriculum, how it means to attract students, because Belize is now attracting a lot of students into their medical school, and bringing them here and immersing them into what it means to know the best practices and understanding how it is to be very efficient and effective in the healthcare industry, because it's key and important. Quality is extremely important. And so with that being said, we put together a group of educators, very high level professionals in this industry. We have the Dean of University of Miami. She will be here. We also have the person that's in charge of students and disability and student experience from the University of Miami School of Medicine. We have the president and the CEO and professor of Larkin University, which focus solely on medical education. We also have from Florida International University Medical School as well. We have the associate dean will be here. We also invited the Director of Enrollment and Student Experience and Training from the FVI School of Nursing and Technology, because that is important. And we will also have a professional here that focuses on integration when it comes to technology, because technology is always that infrastructure that is needed. So it will be a very comprehensive conversation. So this roundtable will, create understanding for what it means to be offering a curriculum and recruiting students for the School of Medicine.
Our news director also asked about the activities leading up to the Belize Day in Miramar, which includes government officials visiting and the purpose moment.
With the government officials speaking, we have an opening ceremony at 10. And in there, we're going to have the opportunity to hear from the City of Miramar elected officials. So we have the mayor and we have the commissioners, because this is kind of like a merging of communities. It's both building trust in the community when it comes to cultural awareness and embracement. And so they will be addressing everyone that attends. And then we also have the Belize delegation that has, Ambassador Mendez, and we have from the Attorney General's office, and they will have an opportunity also to address the community, which is great. So that this is where, families and friends can learn. We're there, like for some of us who live here and have kids here and were born and raised, they learn about Belize and understanding the traditions and so forth. As well as having some of our major sponsors. They will be also addressing everyone there as well. So it was very important that they have a moment to do that, because they're taking the time out and, really committing to this purpose-driven. When we come together like this, it's great to have fun and music and dancing and drinking and eating, because, Belizeans like eat. But it's also important where there is a real drive behind it. Having a purpose in any initiative is key, especially when it's focused on education, when it's focused on healthcare, when it's focused on STEM and technology. And so having the robotics challenge, we will have, we will award at the end of the day the best build for the Stella Maris School. We're raising funds for all the students. And of course, we would like to have more than one pair of uniforms. So we are really using the donation from the Belize collection, giving away all the resort stays as a way and an initiative to do that. So, and also the mayor actually have a presentation to KHMH. So he's very, very vested in healthcare, building awareness, and the importance of contributing and helping in any way you can.
Continue to stay tuned to Love FM, Love TV, and our social media platforms, as we will be bringing you highlights from the city of Miramar leading up to the Belize Day in Miramar. The Immigration Department is a part of the delegation in Miramar, Florida, and is offering services such as passports and nationality, a key unit in the Immigration Department to ensure that all the services are readily available to the Belizean diaspora living in the city of Miramar and surrounding areas, is the Information Technology Unit. Love News' director had the opportunity to speak with the IT manager of the Immigration Department, Mr. Rudolfo Bull, who spoke on the preparations to have the hub activated in Miramar.
This is an extension to our passport office. What we basically do is take a portion of the passport equipment and bring it overseas. In this case, it's being in Miami. Okay, so what we entail is a whole data capture system, taking of the photos, fingerprints, taking a face and picture, and also doing a signature of the applicant. Okay, so what we have to do here is that we have to establish a connection back to Belize, a secure connection. This is our passport system, so we have to be very careful where we connect and how we connect. We have a live connection back to Belize because we have to see your previous applications as well, and we have to capture all your data. So as we enter it, Belize is actually seeing what we are doing as well.
Bull also spoke of the time frame it takes to set up a hub like this and its challenges.
It takes a couple of days back in Belize. We have to test equipment, we have to wait for the travel, we have to pack it securely, and then once we reach here, we have to test all the connections back to Belize as well. So it's a couple of days of preparing and at least a day here for us to make sure that we test equipment, make connection to Belize again, and everything's working securely. Very important. There has to be very secure connection. So we do it in Belize and we also do it overseas. I will take it easily. We have done at least 15 to 20 hubs already. This is just one more in the list of hubs. We have done Belize in almost every district as well.
How does that work when you go in remote areas?
That's a very challenging part of it. The hardest part is finding a good connection back to our central office, which is our main hub, right? So finding that internet connection, that stable connection is always a challenge, but it's something that we always try to find a way how to do it. We had a challenge on this trip that we were not able to make it work where we were. There are too many secure layers that we have to work with, and we had to find a different location. So this was the most challenging one.
The mobile passport hub continues to operate in Miramar as part of the ongoing outreach to the Belizean diaspora. The Public Service Union's president's attendance at today's anti-corruption rally organized by the United Democratic Party has drawn attention, given the union's long-standing position as an independent and non-partisan organization. Addressing those concerns, PSU President Dean Flowers said the focus should not be on who organized the event, but on the issues being raised, arguing that transparency, accountability, and good governance are matters that affect every Belizean.
We need to stop paying attention to the messenger. We need to start focusing on the message. We need to start focusing on the message. So if you want to speak on today's rally, let's focus on what's the purpose behind the rally, not who's organizing the rally. Because when we focus on the purpose of the rally, we will find purpose in ourselves, and it will also expose what we stand for and what our values as citizens are. I don't know that it was a political rally. As far as I'm concerned, it's an anti-corruption rally. And like I said, regardless of whether it was Donald Trump, John Briceño, Julius Espat, Tracy Panton, the NTUCB, why are we concerned about who is organizing the rally? Do we have a problem with corruption in Belize? Do we have a problem with lack of transparency, lack of enforcement, lack of accountability? That is what the rally is about. That is where our energy and our focus and our discussion should be. Let's get away from the small talks. We're the big people. Let's discuss issues. Let's not be small-minded and discuss people.
Speaking to Love News later at the rally, Flowers expanded on that message as he encouraged Belizeans not to sit on the sidelines and called on other trade unions and civil society organizations to unite behind the broader call for accountability, maintaining that the issues being highlighted transcend political affiliation.
I don't know. We would have said to our members, if you can take the day off to support any rally that has to do with stamping out corruption, addressing corruption, exposing corruption, be part of it. That's the kind of change that we need. That's the kind of courage that we need. In terms of the other unions, they enjoy their autonomy. It is for them to determine whether or not they can separate the issues from the personalities and tackle what the root cause of the problem is. What we are seeing here is an initiative to address corruption. What we need to do is to feed off it, build off it, and try to advocate for changes, for legislative changes, for enforcement, for our international assistance as to how we could feed off of this to ensure that the abuse that continues after that occurs under successive government ceases.
The rally formed part of a wider push by organizers to rally public support around calls for greater transparency and accountability in government, with Flowers maintaining that those principles deserve the backing of all Belizeans. There is more news ahead. After this break, we'll be right back.
No one should be up at this time. If you're still up, it's not you, it's your mattress. Because the right mattress changes everything. Sherwood Bedding Luxury Resort Pillow Top Mattress. Sleep better, wake better. Available at Design Depot. All in one place.
People, not businesses, power the economy. And they deserve to be acknowledged, appreciated, and compensated for their efforts. Because when your people are successful, so is your business. Neo People, simplify your HR and payroll needs with one powerful solution.
Commercial Cleaning and Products of Belize, CCP, formerly known as Carpet Care Plus, offers a wide variety of professional restorative cleaning services and products in Belize. With over 20 years of experience in the industry, our mission has always been to provide our customers with the best products and services for quality, safe, and environmentally friendly cleaning. What separates us from the rest? The services we offer. Fabric cleaning for all types of carpets, upholstery, walls, and drapes. Vehicle detailing for both the interior and exterior. Total restorative cleaning of ceramic and porcelain tiles for floors, walls, marble, granite, limestone, travertine, clay, and more. Degreasing and polishing of the entire kitchen and all its equipment. Also custom concrete designs. We are a supplier of the most cost-efficient and economically viable products when you buy our specialized super concentrated formulas, such as cleaners, disinfectants, deodorizers, and sanitizers. Additionally, we also carry professional cleaning equipment, such as mops, buckets, vacuums, doormats, and window equipment, which are very durable and practical. You can order any of our products online at www.ccpbelize.com. CCP Belize uses only trained technicians, professional commercialized equipment, and EPA certified products. Our products are 100% biodegradable. We also have certified green products, which are used by Green Globe approved companies. Visit us at 68 North Front Street, Belize City, or contact us at telephone 223-1820. Email us info@ccpbelize.com.
From a well-established hardware Press with Castillo's Hardware.
Life doesn't slow down. It simply becomes more meaningful. At Boom River Bend Retirement Retreat, every day is filled with comfort, care, and connection. Comfortable living spaces designed for rest, ease, and peace of mind. Boom River Bend Retirement Retreat, located in Boil Boom Village, Belize. Call today to learn more at 501-616-2553.
Back to School 2026 with the Angelus Press is here, and this year is bigger and better. We're talking unbelievable deals all summer long. Starting June 15, stock up on all your school essentials.
New notebooks? Check. Fresh backpacks? Check. Prices that make you smile? Double check.
Mommy, I want my new Samsonite backpack.
That's right. Samsonite still offers a sweet 1-year warranty. And hey, you even get a free merch with purchase while supplies last. Stay in the loop by following the Angelus Press on social media. Every Friday during our back to school season, look out for our jaw-dropping this stuff for real deals.
So before you shop, make sure you follow
The Angelus Press, your back-to-school headquarters all summer long. The Angelus Press and the Love Foundation, transforming lives with love.
Welcome back to Love Live at 6. With the 2027 municipal elections approaching, the Elections and Boundaries Department is reminding Belizeans about the importance of ensuring that their voter information is accurate and up to date. One of the key parts of the electoral process is making sure that voters are registered in the correct division and that any changes in personal information, particularly residential addresses, are properly reflected before Election Day. For many voters, an address change may seem like a simple update, but it plays an important role in determining where a person is registered to vote and which electoral division they fall under.
No, you personally have to go into the office and request a transfer. We do not transfer persons if you're not there. So you present your identification card, you provide us with the information, you sign on to the document, we carry out our investigation. Once we finish with the investigation, the supplementary list is published, and that is published on the 15th of every month by law. You have up to the 25th to either appeal a decision or object to a decision. But in order for you to do that, you must be a registered voter within that constituency if you're going to object to any name.
Beyond ensuring that voter information is accurate, there are also specific procedures and protocols that guides the electoral process from registration and verification to what happens at the polls on Election Day. The Elections and Boundaries Department outlines the steps voters should know as the country prepares for the next municipal elections.
The law states that you shall inform the department of your move, of your change from one address to another. So it does not only mean a constituency, it also means if I move from, let's say, 7 Douglas Jones Street to 5 Coney Drive, I have the responsibility as a citizen, a registered voter, to inform the department that I moved from this address to this address so that we can keep the list accurate.
Okay. With preparations underway for the March 2027 municipal elections, the Elections and Boundaries Department continues to provide information on the procedures that guide the voting process and the responsibilities of both voters and election officials. Belize has assumed the pro tempore presidency of the Council of Social Integration of the Central American Integration System, known as CICA, for the July to December 2026 term. The transition took place following the conclusion of the 83rd Ordinary Meeting of the Council held in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, where Belize officially took over the leadership from the Dominican Republic. The presidency will be led by Minister of Human Development, Family Support and Gender Affairs, Thea Garcia Ramirez, who says Belize accepts the responsibility with a commitment to building a more inclusive and equitable region. During its 6-month tenure, Belize will focus on strengthening social protection systems, advancing care programs for vulnerable groups, including children, older persons, persons with disabilities, and families, as well as promoting coordinated approaches to migration, return, and reintegration. Minister Garcia Ramirez says the challenges facing countries in the region are becoming increasingly connected, and addressing them requires cooperation and shared solutions. As President of the Council, Belize will also coordinate the implementation of regional agreements while supporting stronger collaboration among member states, development partners, and civil society organizations. The Ministry of Human Development says the country's leadership will aim to promote social policies that benefit not only Belizeans, but communities across Central America and the Dominican Republic. A 34-year-old auto dealer has been fined and remanded to prison after pleading guilty to drug and firearm-related offenses in the Dangriga Magistrates Court. Albert Barrington Casasola appeared before Senior Magistrate Manon Dennison on Tuesday, July 7, where he pleaded guilty to possession of controlled drug with intent to supply and possession of a firearm while under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Casasola was fined $5,000 plus $5 in court costs after police found him with 258.47 grams of cannabis. He was given until October 31 to pay the fine, and in default he will serve 1 year in prison. He was also remanded to the Belize Central Prison pending sentencing for the firearm offense, which is scheduled for September 15, 2026. The charges stem from a July 6 incident along the Hummingbird Highway, where police responded to reports of shots being fired and later found Casasola with an Army Green Canic Met MC9 firearm and cannabis. Casasola remains in custody pending his next court appearance. This is Love Live at 6. The news continues after the break.
If this is an emergency situation, please call 911 right away for immediate assistance. Do not use the Crime Stoppers program in an emergency situation. Do you have information about a crime or a fugitive in our community? You can submit a tip anonymously with your smartphone. Using this program in safeguarding our community also protects your identity, keeping you out of the court system, and could earn you a cash reward. Here is how it works. Download the free P3 Tips app from the Apple Store or Android Market. P3 is the provider of our secure anonymous tip collecting software. Open the app and create a PIN, but be sure to remember that number, then select your location. Next, select the type of crime. When submitting a tip, be as specific as possible. Remember, the more information you give the officers, the more likely it is that we will be able to identify the suspect or confirm a crime has taken place. This ultimately helps when making arrests. Information leading to an arrest can earn you a cash reward of up to $1,000. Never put yourself in danger to gather information. However, if you have a picture, video, or audio that will help officers, you can upload them from your phone. Once you click Submit Tip, P3 will ask to send you notifications. You choose what's right for you. Once your tip is submitted, you'll be given a tip ID and password. Keep that info safe as you'll need it to check the status of your tip. Using the app, simply log back in using the PIN you created when you first opened it. Check back if your tip leads to an arrest. You'll be told how much you were rewarded and how to anonymously collect your cash.
This no no right. Garbage in the streets, creating dump sites, throwing no trash on the highway. We no fit do that. Only we could stop this. Each of we play an important part in protecting our beautiful country. This that we believe. Respect it, cherish it, love it.
Manholes play a critical role in keeping our sewage and drainage systems functioning properly. They allow our maintenance team to inspect, clean, and clear blockages. When covers are missing or compromised, the entire system and the public are placed at risk. Stealing or damaging manhole covers is a criminal offense and creates dangerous conditions on our streets and sidewalks. Motorists and drivers are reminded that it is an offense to park or drive on sidewalks. The weight of vehicles, large or small, can crack and dislodge manhole covers. In an ongoing effort to protect lives, property, and public infrastructure across Belize City, your Belize City Council continues its citywide manhole cover replacement program. Since the launch of this initiative, thousands of damaged or missing manhole covers have been replaced, improving safety, accessibility, and the overall appearance of our streets and sidewalks. Despite these strides, manhole covers continue to be stolen or damaged, creating serious risks for pedestrians and motorists, including severe injuries, traffic incidents, and damage to personal property. If you see a manhole cover that is broken, missing, or unsafe, report it immediately. Take a photo and share the location with us via WhatsApp at 673-9055 or by calling 227-2308. Remember, maintaining manhole covers requires a shared responsibility. Together, we can prevent accidents, protect public infrastructure, and keep Belize City safe for everyone. Your Belize City Council, always about the people.
Residents of San Antonio Village in the Toledo district are grateful for the swift assistance they received following Monday night's freak storm, which brought strong winds and heavy rains to the community, damaging homes and other property. Village Chairman Jeremiah Salam says the response from various agencies and volunteers has made a significant difference as the community continues its recovery. Loud News' senior correspondent Paul Mahong returned to San Antonio Village today, where he caught up with Chairman Salam on the progress being made and the outpouring of support for residents.
We all could remember Monday and early Tuesday we had a freak storm in San Antonio Village, Toledo district. We have concluded our cleaning up. We have now people taking care of their areas. Thanks to the people who assisted us, BTL, BEL. Also, I want to thank the water board here in San Antonio for giving us water on that same day. Also, I would like to thank the Nemo crowd that donated some items to us, axe, machetes, wheelbarrows. Also, we get a new generator from them, tables, chairs. I would like to thank them for future use here in the village for another storm. We have been communicating with NEMO. We have sent them pictures, and right now we are trying to finish the assessment, mostly damage to rooftops. I could recall it was on the last time I saw this kind of damage is when we had Hurricane Iris.
Salam says the assistance provided so far has been a reflection of the support available to residents in the aftermath of the storm. The Joint Public Accounts Committee, JPAC, is calling for a review of the government's Smart Stream financial system as it is moving to strengthen oversight of how public funds are managed. The request was made during JPAC's 8th meeting of the 14th parliamentary session held yesterday at the National Assembly building in Belmopan. The committee wants the Auditor General to conduct a full assessment of SmartStream to determine its effectiveness, reliability, security, and whether it continues to meet public financial management requirements. During the meeting, JPAC also agreed to have its members participate in a 3-day capacity building program from July 27th to the 29th. The training will be facilitated by the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association with technical support from the Canadian Audit and Accountability Foundation. The program is expected to strengthen the committee's ability to review audit reports, conduct public hearings, and carry out its oversight responsibilities. JPAC says the move formed part of its continued efforts to improve transparency, accountability, and public confidence in the management of taxpayer funds. And this concludes Love Live at 6 for tonight. We want to say thank you for watching. We do invite you to join us again on Monday for another live updated televised news broadcast. Up next, we take a look at the latest in weather news.
Good evening. An approaching tropical wave is affecting the country. And in the 24-hour forecast, skies will be generally cloudy, becoming mostly cloudy later tonight. Some showers, a few thunderstorms, and periods of rain are expected around the country, especially over southern and northern areas tonight into tomorrow morning. Activity is then expected to decrease slightly, but linger mostly over some southern and central areas tomorrow afternoon. Please note that an excessive rainfall watch remains in effect, as excessive rainfall of up to 2 to 4 inches is possible over the country, especially over southern areas during the next 24 to 48 hours. So residents are advised to monitor the weather situation carefully and stay tuned for flood updates from the National Hydrological Service. Then low temperatures for tonight will reach around 79 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 74 inland, and then 68 in the mountains. High temperatures for tomorrow will reach around 87 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 93 inland, and then 81 up in the hills. Winds over the open sea will be from the east to northeast at 10 to 20 knots with higher gusts, and then sea conditions will be moderate to rough. So please note that a small craft caution is in effect, and operators of small crafts should exercise caution, especially near heavy showers and thunderstorms. High tides will occur around 7:43 tonight and at 6:17 tomorrow morning. Low tides at 11:55 tonight, then at 2:15 tomorrow afternoon. The sun will set at 6:31 this evening and rise at 5:25 tomorrow morning, while moonrise is at 2:12 tomorrow morning, then moon set at 4 o'clock tomorrow evening. And now for the extended forecast for Saturday night and Sunday. Skies will be cloudy at times with isolated showers or thunderstorms. A few more showers and thunderstorms are then expected over the southern districts during the nighttime. And finally, for the sargassum update. There is a high chance that more sargassum mats will affect beaches across the country during the coming days. And finally, for the tropical weather outlook. Tropical cyclone formation is not expected over the North Atlantic Basin during the next 48 hours. This has been this evening's weather report from the National Meteorological Service.